In this short video, I'm just going to talk to you about what it's like working as a full-time OT versus per diem. So working full-time, you're going to take advantage of getting all the benefits that you need. You're going to get your 401k, your health benefits. Sometimes you can get a pension, just depending on where you work. But depending on the setting and the state and where you're living, if you work per diem, you can actually get a lot more benefits. And that's just because the pay is so much higher. So for me, I have this rule, it's called the 30% rule. If per diem pays 30% more than working full-time, then I feel like per diem is the better way to go. Because if you're making 30% more with per diem income, you can actually pay for those benefits and make more money on top of that. So in some cases, I've been able to work at a facility and the full-time pay, I'll just give you an example, the full-time pay, say it's $35 an hour. The per diem pay could be $15 to $20 more than that. There's some people that just really need that full-time, they just feel that security of working full-time and having those benefits. And I feel like that's why working per diem isn't for everyone, because some people just want to get locked into those benefits that they get with their job, and per diem is not really the way to go for them. But for everyone else, I feel like if you're just trying to pay off your loans or just maximize your salary as fast as you can, I feel like per diem is the way to go. One other advantage of working per diem versus full-time is, as a new grad, you're going to get paid so much more. So if for example, if you've worked for 10 years as an OT, and your salary is going to be so much higher than a new grad. But if you're a new grad and you're making per diem rates, in some cases $15 per hour higher, it's actually better to work as a per diem employee, just because you can work for like maybe 4 or 5 years per diem while you're young and healthy, and then you're getting paid like you were an employee that had been working there for a lot longer. So if you don't have any experience or you're a new grad, I feel like per diem is really like the best way to go, because you maximize your salary, and then like 5 or 10 years later down the line, you can always switch back to full-time, get those benefits, and then your pay is actually going to be higher because you have more experience. Now, if you're concerned about working per diem because you want those full-time benefits, another way you can go about this is you can work part-time and get the benefits through a hospital or a skilled nursing facility or rehab facility. So you still get those benefits working part-time, and then work another job per diem. Now, you won't get the highest pay because you're not going to be working per diem full-time, but you can still work and get those benefits. Now, per diem is not the same everywhere. It just really depends on the facility that you're working at. So when I was in Las Vegas, I felt like per diem was awesome because everywhere you could possibly work pays the higher rate with per diem. But I know other places like California, you work per diem and they kind of treat you like what per diem is really meant to be, which is they'll just call you off when they don't need you, and they can kind of put you on the back burner. And they have a tendency to not pay as high, but it really depends on where you work and what the setting's like. So you kind of have to check with your employer before you make that decision. And just a side note here, so another thing like working in Las Vegas is per diem was like $30 an hour more than full-time. I know it's not like this in other states, but it's just so nice to be able to make that much more. So if you're looking to live in Las Vegas, it's really the best way to maximize your OT salary. So if you're interested in working per diem, just kind of figure out how it works in your area. Realize that you might be the first to be called off, and some facilities just may rarely need you. So it's best to just kind of talk to the different people who are working per diem in the area, so you have a better idea of what it's like. For me, it was always best to find about 2 or 3 jobs, just so you're spread out, and if somebody calls you off, you can always call another facility to see if they need you. And that kind of helped me to just kind of stay busy and working 5 days a week constantly, and I was able to work full-time hours, no problem. I was actually able to work 2 jobs, and for the most part, I was able to get my full-time hours. But in some circumstances, you may have to work 3 jobs. maybe do 2 hospital jobs and a home health job. It really just depends on your situation. And for more information, check out my blog at otfocus.com, and I'll put a link below on where you can find out more about OT salary. And so that's all about per diem OT. I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe if you're interested. Thanks.